Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another very special edition of our Quantum Telekinetic reading with remote healing. This, guys, it's just going to be such a great episode. You guys have been healing alongside of all of the clients that we have been seeing, and so we definitely love to see that. But if you would like to book your own session, just go ahead and email bookitha54@gmail.com, and Itha is spelled ITH. So just email and you can get your own personalized reading and healing. So we have the beautiful Yarlini here today, this Sri Lankan beauty. Thank you for gracing us with your beauty and presence today. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I love, love, love your accent as well. So I'm going to introduce what I'll be doing, and then Kiahe will explain what she'll be doing, and then we're going to open up the floor to you. So you guys know me. I'm a quantum healer. I am a clinical hypnotherapist by trade, a spiritual hypnotherapist. So I really like to work with frequencies, and I do a lot of frequency recalibration. It's not all the time in our lives where we have deep removals. Sometimes we just need a little tweaking here and there, and that's what the frequency recalibration allows us to do. I have a very keen sixth sense. I'll be channeling messages throughout this time while Yarlini is sharing, and I'll be either doodling or, like, if I breathe a certain way, like, everything is relevant, everything is a message. So my whole body becomes, kind of like a channeling center, right? So that's what I'll be doing. I might go into a light language. When I go into the light language, that is nothing more than me being able to pull down these frequencies a little more, because I can also hear frequencies going in and out of my ears, but the light language helps me to ground into that. And then Kiahe actually receives those light codes. And now I will pass the baton to you, Kiahe.
Hi, thank you so much, Tahira. Beautiful. My name is Kayahe, and I'm a quantum telekinetic energetic medicine practitioner. I also have the abilities I have all of the clairs. So again, same thing with Tahira. I will be able to see, smell, feel, know throughout, as I navigate myself through your energy bodies, all five bodies of consciousness. I will be scanning, reading to heal to get to the root of what you're coming with us here today. Okay, so we're going to go deep in this session. So you and I can both communicate, psionically, telekinetically. So we're going to go in and give you a really beautiful deep read and heal today. Are you ready? Are you sitting down? We're excited to have you. Welcome in, and please do. We'll turn the floor over to you, and you can go ahead and share what you would like. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay. I suppose where I'd like to start from is really I've always been quite spiritual. When I was quite young, I used to have a lot of premonitions. Not all great. In fact, all of them weren't great in the sense that they were death related or someone was ill. And I had this probably from the age of, I don't know, about 6 or 7. My mum was very spiritual. She used to just tell me, don't worry, just go to bed, just so that I wouldn't worry. But I knew in myself that when I heard things or when I had visions, I wouldn't really be able to make sense of it until it's actually happened. And then I'm able to put all the clues together to really understand why I had that. But I didn't really do anything regarding sort of my spiritual side of things, really. But as a child, I always used to get tummy aches, and I just assumed it was just, just from little worries, or, from things at school, or just, just arguments within family. And so I just put it down to that, really. My parents took me to the doctor because I had it so frequently. They did a barium test where you have to swallow to see where everything's going, and everything seemed okay. They just said your stomach's a different size, but it's a bit like saying that your eyes are different shapes, so nothing really to worry about. And I was actually, just plodding along with this until I think when I was in my teens, my mum had severe depression for about 10 years. She didn't speak, she didn't really, so I had to really take on quite a lot myself. I had two younger brothers, as well as my schoolwork and everything. And then I went to university. My mum was still slightly like this, and I came every weekend just to really just do what I could do, really. But I think at my third year at university, so I wasn't really having any pain at this point, interestingly, when I went away. And I don't know if it was because when I'm in that environment that I was feeling that way, but when I went away, I was actually feeling okay. And then I met my ex-husband, who I fell in love, met him for 3 years, and then I got married. He happened to be the same as me, Sri Lankan. And unfortunately, the day I got married, I got beaten up quite badly, and I went on for 2 years with this. And I went to, I think, with a desperation of wanting things to be okay, because I was still in love with him. And it's not like I'm not aware of domestic abuse or anything, you know, I'm very educated about that, but it was just the emotional tie. I found it hard to leave. And with a desperation, I called a few psychics, and two independent psychics had told me that there was some black magic done on me. I'd just been involved in an accident, and they both told me that I should have died in that accident. And that trip was meant to be a make or break between me and him. Either we sort it out or we go our separate ways. And to this day, I don't know what happened. I have a feeling within myself. It was probably the first time that I got him to really own up with his drinking and with his abuse with me, and you know, that he wanted to change. And I thought maybe I'm getting somewhere. And I used to be in transport, and I'd never been on a tram before. So I said, you know, on the way back, can we wait for the tram? So if the track was like this, it was probably about 1:45. We were waiting for the tram, and the next thing I know, I'm lying flat and the tram is going on top of me. And I opened my eyes, and the tram was literally stopping over me. And within seconds, luckily within seconds, it stopped. I'm only 4'10", so I happened to fit just in between. He was found way down the other end of the track somewhere, and he unfortunately lost 3 fingers on his right hand. And so it was after this, where after that he didn't want to know me, because I was the one who suggested we go away as a make or break, because I couldn't cope with this to-ing and froing the whole time. So he didn't want anything to do with me after, and because I felt a bit of, it wasn't out of guilt, it was more that I felt like I can't leave him now, you know, he's lost his fingers. I felt really bad, like not bad that I'd done something, but bad in the sense that I didn't want to leave him in that situation. But he still wasn't having a bar of me in that situation. And so when I went to 2 psychics, that's when they said, you were actually meant to die. The black magic was done with his mother and his sister. And it was 2 very independent people who told me the same thing. And they also told me that I'd had an abortion, which was true. And I struggled for another couple of years, and then I left one day. It was just all too much for me. I'd called the police endless times. I couldn't cope. And I just went about really rebuilding my life. I was someone who was normally quite a sociable person, but I really had to build my own confidence again and rebuild my life. And I just immersed myself in work, new friends, and I was okay for a few years. And then I collapsed once again near the train station, and not on the train or anything, but it was mainly because every time I would drink or eat, my stomach would bloat up like I'd be 9 months pregnant. And it wasn't related to a certain type of food or drink, it was just everything. And as a result of that, I was in and out of hospitals. Everyone would say, you're very young, this is very unusual, because I was in my 30s. And in the end, I happened to see the right specialist one day. They took out 60 centimeters of my colon. and because it kept twisting, they said. And they took 60 centimeters out, and they said, you still have plenty of colon left. You actually had excess. And being a small person, obviously, it was too much. I was good for a couple of years. I had 2 kids. And after I had my son, within a month or 2 of having him, I wasn't feeling well again. And my whole of my body inside was like it was tipping to one side. And I went to the same consultant, and he told me my entire colon was all blocked, all redundant. I wasn't on my journey at the time. I went into hospital. I had an open operation to take my entire colon out. And when they gave me like water, as they do after the operation, the water would not go down. I just kept getting green bile come up the whole time. And this just kept going, so they couldn't give me food. They gave me nutritional food. I was in there for 5 months. Now, after the first month, I heard a voice come through, and I think it would probably be 3 years to that point when I lost my mum. Before I had my kids, I lost my mum to bowel cancer, and I heard a voice in the hospital because my babies were 9 months and 2.5, so I was desperate to get home, and this voice was saying, do you want to heal yourself? Do you want to get out of hospital? And I was like, of course I want to get out. And the voice was saying, you need to forgive God, because I'd lost my faith in God after I lost my mum. And I had to really forgive God and just really have fall back into having faith in God, because God had really got me through some difficult times in my life, and I felt really lost at that point. So I forgave God, and I had faith back again with God. And then I was instructed to, if I wanted to heal myself, the way to do it was to connect my organs, because it was disconnected where they're taken apart out. So I had to watch every cookery program I could online, and as I'm watching it, I have to pretend energetically as if I'm eating the food to connect my organs together. And I must have done this for about 4 or 5 months. Until then, in the hospital, they were putting cameras down me to see if they didn't understand why I was like this. Everything was normal. They couldn't really understand why. And 5 months later, I felt like I was at a good place for them to take everything out, all the tubes out. And I said, you can take it all out. Let's try with the water. And they said, nothing's changed. We haven't done anything different. And they took it out, and the water went down, and then food went down, and I managed to come out of hospital. Now, they gave me very strong medication because I was still having pain there. And I presumed at the time it was because of obviously from the stitches and the operation. But even after the operation, the pain was still, I wasn't getting pain before the operation, but after the operation, I was getting pain. And it was so severe that I had to keep increasing my dosage. So I take A-class drugs now, and very strong dosage. I've tried to come down a bit, but if I don't take it at all, I can't get out of bed. So that's how much it impacts me. And what I have noticed is that on my mum's side of the family, there seems to be a thread. But this is, I think, knowing what I know now. So that was my awakening in hospital, and then I began my journey. And knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have had my operation, because I know it was all energetic, it was all emotional stuff by not healing myself. But I was obviously meant to have it out for some reason. I've noticed that there's different threads of people within the family who've got things within the stomach area. I've had one of my aunt's daughter, a son. He was only 7 years old. He was born with a colostomy bag, and he actually passed away because he still struggled with really having food or anything go down. My mum passed away of bowel cancer a got an uncle who had different thread with stomach issues, and my daughter, who's only 14 years old, is now presenting signs of she's vomiting, but it's always clear stuff. And it's not like a menstruation time, it's whenever. And I have asked her, is it anxiety? Is it knowing what I know, what I did? I suppressed a lot of my emotions. Now she's telling me it's not, but I've noticed that obviously that's another thread. It's somebody else who's having that. And so I'm really feeling that on my mum's side. I'm really having anything, and I'm really feeling within myself that I've done so much healing on this, so much healing. And I understand there's so many obviously layers and things to peel, and I've peeled so many layers I cannot even tell you. But I feel that, you know, I now have my own business, my coaching business, my retreat business, but I feel to really step into my power to really do this, it really comes from shifting all of this which I've got going on. I just really feel it. There's something big there, and there's some lesson there for me, because otherwise I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so very much for sharing all of that. That's very
Thank
helpful.
you.
Thank you so much. The first thing I actually am getting is I draw like 7 rings together, which represent to me like karmic. There's some sort of like karmic loop or cycle that you're on, and there's 7 together. And so how many people in your family have, or that you know, have these stomach issues? There's you, your daughter, your aunt's son, your uncle, your mother.
It's probably about 5.
About 5. Maybe I'm thinking there's maybe 2 other people that it has not like that has not kicked in yet. I feel that you guys are
Yeah.
all karmic looped up. There's 7 of you totally that are sharing. This is what we call a soul template, right? So the beautiful part about that is that this is an aspect of your lineage that is wanting to be healed. And so, and it's really wanting to be healed because it's not just coming through you, it's trying to come through multiple members to see who's going to stand up and heal this. I'm getting a lot of resentment and a lot of pain. Anytime we see spiritually, if I see a green substance, dark green substance, dark brown substance, that represents resentment. There has been some sort of resentment, and it's not just having resentment, but it's when you hold on to it and you never actually go and heal it. And then now that kind of gets embedded deep within the DNA, which we pass along. And this is kind of what I'm getting, what happened to your mother. There was so much pain, deep regret, resentment, pain, those sorts of things in her stomach. This, you have the template. It's nothing that you did. You just have the template, and it's needing to be expressed. We'll get to the black magic in a moment. The other thing is, I want to ask you a question. You said you were instructed, you said to connect your organs together. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Who instructed you? Was it a guide? Was it God? Was it,
I felt it was God or universe. Yeah.
okay. 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 And then after that, you were able to leave the hospital after you were doing those exercises, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know anyone with a very keen nose? I mean, I'm drawing 2 pictures of 2 different people. One has a very keen, thin nose. It's very distinct, you know, it's very, you know, it's kind of long and, you know, very kind of thinner. And then I draw someone else that has a longer nose, but it's kind of tilted a little bit. So that kind of came up when you were talking about the accident on the tram. I was drawing those images. So I don't know if these are the people who have like implemented the black magic, but their noses are very distinct, or maybe this is just how spirit shows it to me. You know how they say there's something that doesn't smell right? You know what I mean? Like it's a saying, like something's not right. I think I think that was confirming the black magic. And so that's why I was depicting these noses, because they're not like natural noses, right? So something, it doesn't smell right, you know, is what spirit is saying. So as of this point, I am going with that sentiment of the black magic as of this point. there's a lot of ancestral trauma. Then when you talked about your husband, did you say this happened on your wedding night where he beat you up, or this was the trip, like the makeup trip?
Yeah, it was on my wedding night.
Wow. I am so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, it was it was shocking because I'd known him for 3 years. So yeah.
This may or may not be relevant, but what was his trigger? What did he say? What happened before?
Um he didn't really he didn't really say what it was. I can only imagine that when we finished uni, I took a year out at uni, and he just continued through, and I got a really good job straight away, and he was really struggling to get a job. I can only imagine, because I was really accelerating in my career. I was, pioneering projects here in the UK, and it was going viral. It was going, and he was just really struggling. So he was just working in like a
Yeah.
fast food shop, and he was just really struggling with that.
Okay. Okay.
I can only imagine it was that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that. And another thing that I'm getting is there's a bunch of eyes that are popping up in this channel part of the session today. There's so many different eyes and they all look different. Do you have like a lot of people watching you, or there's something with eyes? There's a lot of eyes on you.
Mm,
Or is it
I don't
is
know of. It could be my third eye because I wear it every day. It's
yeah.
something I never used to wear it, interestingly, but after I left my husband, it was just something in me. I just ended up wearing it every day. And I dated
Mhm.
a few people and they were like, I'm not going out with you if you're wearing that. And
Mm.
I happened to meet my current husband, and he just took me for me. And
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Great. Yeah, there's something, I think there is something with that. There's a lot. I'll hold that in for now. But Kiahe, would you like to share what you're happening at this moment?
I'm feeling I'm already kind of getting some transmissions in this message, and I'm definitely as soon as you started speaking, I was just literally seeing like, this green color, like your entire skin being green, like you're transmuting, your energy body, your emotional body is attempting to transmute all of this toxicity, right? From this, you know, I mean, it feels like a stronghold. I mean, Tahir and I are very familiar with these types of things in family lineages. There
Yeah.
are such things as strongholds. And so I'm feeling like that's kind of what I'm picking up on, what we'll be working on today to help you to like remove and, you know, maybe
Yeah.
there's like some portals, checking portals. I'm just kind of still feeling into it. And then I'm also feeling like a lot, like a huge pain body all across your chest here, just this huge pain body. So I'm definitely going to be working on healing you through this as well, because I truly feel like um it's time for you to claim your power. It is time for you to step into your power. you know it's there's nothing you did wrong. There's nothing that you need to heal in yourself. This is like an onslaught of like, I hear family business. I don't know what that means, but I mean,
Yeah.
I
whose
do feel
family, what business?
I do feel that he did have many businesses, and when I left, I said I don't want anything. I just wanted to leave him, just wanted a clear break. But I feel that like I've been running my business alongside my kids, and now they're teenagers now, and for me, it doesn't matter how hard I try, I'm always feeling like there's some block, like for me to just do well or accelerate, like, or
Yeah.
to truly step into my power. I just feel like there's something there which is capping me, not allowing me to. I feel I'm so close, but it's just, yeah.
Yep, I feel it all right here. It's like it feels like hands on my chest, like pressing down like this. So
Yeah.
I need
I
That's
to
can feel
go
it as
into
you're
that.
saying that here.
Yeah,
There's a few things going on here. There is some family. There's a few different black magic. I don't know even necessarily use the word, but energies, attacking energies, opposing energies. I do believe it's coming from your ex-husband, particularly his mother. Also too, your own lineage. There's actually, I'm hearing some sort of makeshift. This is interesting. What I'm getting is, you know, people that are on the same team, right? Like someone's sabotaging someone who's on the same team. I don't know. I'm kind of getting some sort of sabotage energy in the lineage, which is like this family member doesn't want this other family member to do better. But it doesn't have anything to do with necessarily the people that you're living now. This was in the lineage. I think this happened way back when. And there is that residue in this family line, and this could actually be what's causing all the stomach issues, because like who goes against themselves, right? It's like your own body is fighting an internal war. This is kind of what I'm getting that has happened. I think it started with two family members, two ancestors. One didn't want the other one to get, I do believe there was some black magic there. And now you guys are carrying this in, and this is why you're having the problems in the bowel, because it's like your whole body's fighting against each other. Because if you're a family member, you are technically one because you share the same DNA. This is what I'm getting. Also, when I draw you, you're not coming through. And mind you, this was when you're explaining the story. So that version of you is not coming through as like person. It's coming through as a blob. And almost honestly, when this is going to sound so not right, and I don't know how to explain it, but you ever seen those cartoons and they kind of they have like a pile of crap, pile of poop, and it's a character. This is what all when you were.
I was seeing that in my mind's eye. I don't know why I'm seeing that also, but in my mind's eye, it is literally the shape of one of those cartoon like drawings of the poop. Where did this come from? This is really interesting that you just confirmed that. Thank you, Tahira. But this
like
might
if you
be
see,
connected
do you
to
see this? These are all her, but they're like poop. This is this is the intestine, this is the colon, this is the energy, you know. That's how I see it, you know. And
but there's no sense. That's the interesting thing. Because
sorry,
go ahead.
I mean, I used to be so constipated, and that's why everything, all the food, everything was blocked in there.
Okay, yeah, because as you were explaining your story, you know, the old version of you, this is what was coming through. And honestly, this is lineage. I'm going back to this is lineage. This is also why this energetic signature still needs to be cleansed off of you completely, is what I'm seeing. Also too, I think you did mention something about your daughter vomiting. In your email. This is also too, this is the residue energy. Think about it. If we have a lot of it, you know, backed up bowels, right? Eventually the body wants to get it out some way. It's going to want to vomit to get that waste out. So this is what I feel that is happening to her. I feel like your healing is her healing's your healing as well. What's your daughter's name?
Lakshmi.
Repeat that.
Lakshmi.
Okay.
L-A-K, right?
Luxshmy.
Lakshmi. Okay. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, this is the energy. You're still, that energy is still here because it's such a big part of your story. When in truth, you have moved past that, but the old energy, and I think that's why you feel the stagnation too. It's like I was saying earlier, sometimes it's not necessarily a full-blown removal. Sometimes we need to be recalibrated. you know, but we will check into that. Yeah.
The only thing I want to add, I don't know if it's to do with this or not, or if that's separate, but I'll just say it anyway. I have a huge, when I say huge, I mean huge, a big phobia with animals. And in particular, dogs, because that's what I see every day. So I cannot even go to the park. I'm okay if they're on a lead because they're within control. But if they're just let off, I just get palpitations. I cannot cope. I just have to go back to the car. It really rules my life.
Okay. We'll take a look into that at a later date. You know, as a clinical hypnotherapist, I do help with phobias and fears. So that might be something that you want to look into. But let's see if we can start removing some of these layers. And then that will kind of, once we start to dig, it's almost as if this is not you. It's like this is a suit, right? On top of the real you. We need to peel back this essence. Just when I'm seeing the first thing we need to do. Yeah.
And I'm actually feeling like a hook in the back of my left shoulder blade here, like a hook there. Feeling so. I'm going to be addressing this issues here. Okay, I feel like that's a big part of this healing session today.
Okay, perfect. Let's maybe like for 2 minutes, Kiahe, start with your process, and then
All right.
we'll go in. Yeah.
All right, so you're sitting up so beautifully already. So I always usually start with some 3 deep inhalations through your nose, inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And so I always say chin, chest up, open your chest, drop your shoulders down and up. And I just want you to beam from your heart. Just open your heart and let that beam out while you're taking these 3 deep inhalations. Taking your first deep breath in through your nose, taking the biggest breath you've taken all day, bringing it all the way up to your crown, hovering over your crown, and gently releasing this beautiful breath down your throat, through your chest, down your belly, all the way pushing it out the bottom of your pelvic floor and squeezing at the bottom. Beautiful. One more, inhaling through your nose, bringing it all the way out, and exhaling the air all the way down your belly, squeezing out that air. Beautiful. And one more deep inhalation, bringing that air in through your nose and down your belly, as it cleanses and relaxes every nerve in your system. Beautiful. And just go ahead and breathe naturally in and out, just like the ocean tides, calm yet deep. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to begin to just kind of cleanse the dense energies out of your biofield. I'm just going to remove and drop down through each chakra here and just pull out any dense energies, any gray energies, just removing and clearing, moving through your entire system. Beautiful. Just pulling all this dense energy down and out through your body, out of your body, over your legs, over your shins, out through your feet, pushing down, grounding in earth. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to bring in some Reiki energy medicine. I'm going to add some sonar energy medicine. And I'm also going to bring in some light therapy medicine as well. Just relax while I go through this process, hovering over your crown, starting at your crown, activating and bringing in this light now. Gently pulling this energy out, expanding over the left and right hemispheres of your brain, moving it to the back of your head, around your skull, bringing it around the frontal lobes, hovering over this crown chakra, scanning, activating, gently, Bringing this beautiful energy, holding it here between your ears, stimulating, activating your ear chakras. Beautiful. Moving this energy down over your throat chakra. Offering this beautiful energy vibration over your thyroid glands. Pulling it out around your neck and your lymph nodes. Bringing it all the way around to the back of your head. Stimulating the occipital. Just energizing and moving and stimulating and clearing these occipital energy here. All the back of your neck, over your shoulders. Bringing this energy down around your heart, bringing it forward over your heart chakra. Moving into this heart chakra, stimulating, activating this chakra here. So here, I'm going to work on this area a bit.
Okay, I found an issue too that I need your help with, so just go ahead.
Beautiful. Go ahead and guide me through. I will be there right with you on this issue. Where would you like to begin?
Okay, I'm going to tell you two things and then we're going to go and begin. The first thing is I'm really being drawn to recalibrate the energy of the third eye, which is maybe why you started to wear that, because you do maybe need some recalibration there. Also, I'm very much drawn to the nose. Again, the nose keeps popping up. There, some sort of scent or something. This could lead us to, something to who have done this, or there's something very important with the scent. But let's leave that down. Let's leave that there for now. Draw your attention down to her colon. Your total colon has been removed. Is that correct, Yarlini?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And you were saying that you were thinking later that maybe you shouldn't have done it. Was that correct?
Knowing what I know now, I
Okay.
probably wouldn't have done it.
Okay, thank you very much. So Kiahi, my attention was drawn right away when you started your process. I saw red lines in the colon. Her body, her energetic signature is trying to recreate a colon. So this is why I'm still getting that poop energy. It still wants to be there. Her colon still wants to be there. And I'm getting the sense that maybe energetically we might have to add that back because
I'm
it's not
already, I'm
filtrating.
picking up on an energy signature of her colon. Her energy
Okay.
signature is still there. It's still present, and
Yeah.
it is red, and it is
Red.
inflamed.
Yeah.
It is inflamed colon. It is there. It is still installed. And so
Yeah.
your body is still responding as if it is there and it is inflamed. So let's go in. I'm going to begin to bring in this healing energy. I'm going to begin to heal the colon. I'm going to calm this inflammation first and foremost. I'm focusing on the edges, the outer edges of this colon
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. There's something there on that outer edge. I was like working with it. It shows up on my right side, but it may be on your left side. Right bottom of the colon could be on your left bottom. There's
Very
something
much the
there.
left.
Yeah, there's
It
something
is
there.
all concentrated on the left colon, on the left
Okay.
side.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the exit out. I think once we clear that, the energy can now start to flow out. That's what I'm seeing. Mire, kirire, kini, kire, ke, bure, ke, naki, ore, ke. Ore, ke, naki, ore, ke, nakire, ke, dakire. Nare, ke, bure, ke, naki, ore, ke. Ore, ke, naki, ore, ke. More, ke, naki, ore, ke, nikire, ke. Bure, ke, nikire, ke. Mo, kire, ke, nikire, kire, ke, ore, kire. Ore, ke, naki, ore, ke, naki, ore, ke. Ore, ke, nikire, ke. Bure, ke, naki, kire, ke, ore, ke. Ore, ke, nikire, ke. Bure, ke, nakire, ke. Ore, ke, naki, ke, ore, ke. Nire ke bakire kire kire ishkere ore kire kire oshkere kire oje kire kire ki nire ke bakire ke nakhure ke nire ke bakire kire kire ke ore kire ki nire kire ke ore kire ishkere ore ke nire ke bakire kire kire ore kire ki mure kire ke na ure ke mure kire kire ke mure kire ke ore kire kire ke mure kire kire ishkere ore kire ore kire ishkere mure kire ore kire ke ore kire ki nire ke Nire ke bokere ke dikere ke wore ke dikere ke dure ke re ke dire ke dire shkore ke ta dire ta dare ke di ke re ke ta 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 ke re nire ke mare ke da kire ke nire ke bokere ke dikere ke wore ke dire ke wore ke ni kere ke dire re re shkere ke ne kere ke wore ke ta ure kata ure kata ta kire ke na kure wore ka ta kire te ta kire ke patte te ke putte da kire ke mar kire wore ke Nire wa kere kere kere. Nire ke na. Wa kere kere na kere 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 na. Nire ke baki kere 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 wa kere kere wa kere 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 wa kere 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 kere. Na ke bu kere 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 he kere kere nire kere kere nire ke bu kere kere shkere wa kere. Wa kere kere ke bu kere kere dare kere kere kere. Mure kere 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 wa kere kere shkere ke. Mare wa kere kere shkere. Wa kere kere wa kere kere wa kere wa kere. Mare che vuole che vuoi che dici. More che.
It's now yellow. Our colon is yellow. It went from red to green. It's been transmuted. We pulled it out completely, and it's
There's that.
now filling with this yellow energy now.
There's ancestors here. This was when the removal was going on. So collective ancestors, like the feminine aspect. This is a feminine line. I'm hearing feminine birthing line. Ancestors came through. They were watching this being removed. Someone had plugged up the system long ago. They were saying, I'm sorry. They're happy that this removal is happening. Someone put something in there. One of the ancestors a long time ago was clogging up this whole system. This is not just a removal for you. This is healing of lineage, healing of timelines.
I'm seeing more women.
Respectively.
I'm seeing more ancestors, feminine ancestors.
Fertility as well affects a lot of fertility. This is like a whole lineage reconstruction. They were ready for this to happen. They were ready. They were happy that you're here today to get this healing.
Oh, this is removing the stronghold over your chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the nose. Couldn't breathe properly because everything's backed up. You know, what think about it, waste. You don't want to smell waste in, so it kind of clipped off the nose. Whatever was clogged there in those intestine, right on the colon on that left side, was affecting the nose all the way up to the nose and to the third eye. So that's why you started wearing that. I'm not saying that you don't have to wear it now, but you're going to actually find that you won't need it to feel secure and balanced anymore. I think it's beautiful and lovely. It represents your culture. It's very beautiful. But the internal, you won't feel the need for it. It will just be to edify and to beautify you and just to represent this now beautiful, enlightened energy you are now standing in. So I think the ancestors wanted to let you know that. And yeah.
Here it feels like a hand is like clenching my breast all behind this energy here. It's just like a clamping of this
Okay.
area.
Right.
Maybe we can assist me here. This is a very
Okay.
strong
Yeah, the roots,
grip I'm feeling.
right, it's part of the roots from there.
It's
So
here.
let's go ahead and take care of that now. Is it on
It's
your right or
connected
left
to that
side?
left. It's on my left.
Okay. Mireke na ki horeke na ki horeke. Horeke na ki kereke. Nireke bakireke na shkureke na kire horeke. Horeke na kire horeke na kire horeke. Nireke bakireke ni kereke na kireke horeke na kireke. Na mureke na ka na kireke bakireke. Nireke ba hikireke. Bareke na ka. Bareke di kere. Bareke di. Bareke de. Barkada, 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 nireke, bakireke, bakireke, nakireke, mureke, bakireke, mureke, bakireke, nireke, basharekereke, narke, bureke, deki, warke, 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 kireke, mukereke, nakireke, nireke, nireke, bakireke. That's the fear of dogs. I just saw a dog in my mind's eye. It's in
Yeah,
here on the
it's like
heart.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Nireke, bakireke, nireke, nakireke. Nireke, nakireke, nakireke, bakireke. Nireke, bakireke, nakireke. Nikireke, nakireke, bakireke, nahureke.
This is the whole bloodline here.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yes, I'm seeing child after
Nireke,
child after child's been nursing off of this energy.
nireke, bakireke, nireke. Mureke, naki, woreke, wakireke. Nireke, bakireke, makireke, nikireke. Nikireke, nakireke. Fear was installed a long time ago. Lots of fear was installed in this bloodline. This is
I
where the
feel like
dog
it's in
fear
the
is
breast
coming.
milk.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I'm like
yeah.
literally like
Nireke.
getting.
Nireke bakireshkereke. Nireke bakireke nakireke makireke. Makireke nikireke mureke nakikireke. Mureke denshkereke ureke nakireke yikireke. Yikireke bakireke nikireke. Nireke bakireke nakireke. Nikireke bareke bareke nakireke. Bakireke nakireke. Nireke bakireke nakireke. Nakireke makireke. Murekereke. Murekereke nakireke. Nikireke. Mureke nakireke. Nakireke bakireke nikireke. Nireke.
Alini, take a nice deep breath, please. Inhale fully. Bring that breath all the way up. Inhale fully through your nose. Take the deepest breath you've ever taken today, please. And exhale through your mouth. One more time, please. One last time.
Your daughter was transmuting. That's the spiritual vomit. She's trying to fix this. That's the vomit.
I'm giving this back to its source.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see there's two
This is going
sisters
back.
in your ancestral line. There's two sisters that did this. I don't know how far it goes back. I'm hearing 5 generations. There's 2 sisters that did this. And this is why you were susceptible to the other, I don't even say it was dark magic. It was dark magic, dark thoughts. This is why you were very susceptible to that, to your ex's mother and sister. It's because of this. It made you susceptible to it. Mhm. Some of those ancestors didn't want to let it go, and some of them did. We had to push through the ones that were still wanting to hold on. You know, so it's a stronghold. Some people don't like healing, you know, because it's hard to heal. It's hard. Yeah.
I feel
I'll
a
show
lot
Opening
of
up that cover.
friction here in my chest. Feels very.
Yes. Yes. I need
You
you
said
to breathe it out in your mind's eye. Breathe out this energy. This is remnants. It's been removed, but you're like a deep belly exhalation through your mouth is just going to help the remnants get released. Yeah, your body is so used to feeling it. You have muscle memory there of this stronghold. So consciously imagine this stronghold just being exited out through your exhales. Okay. It's almost like a release of pressure. It's like a pressure cooker, and you're just allowing the pressure to release now. There's no more pressure.
Nireke, direke, dakireke, barakete.
How's her colon, Tahira?
Repeat that.
How's her colon?
I
Are
need to
you
go.
still working there?
I'm on her heart now. I'll go back to that in a moment.
Okay, when we're done. Yes, thank you. This is good. I love this. This is beautiful. This is going to help you step into your power. This is going to help you step onto your authentic path, your most highest authentic path, this highest version of yourself, this soul light, this soul beauty is going to come through now with a lot of power, with a lot of progress. I'm hearing progress. You're going to progress through this healing today. This is really going to catapult you. And I'm feeling like you're covering, you have a spiritual covering again. Your ancestors are now putting over you. You're getting a new spiritual covering.
Yeah, and I'm
Just
kind of
letting
gonna
go.
go in right underneath the work that your ancestors have done, because there's some of them that don't want to let this go. So I'm just gonna double check their work. Yeah, you're getting your sense of smell back, right? This is the colon is working properly now. This is what I'm getting. That smell, that stench, that potion, some sort of potion that was put, this is like 5 generations back. I feel that's gone now. So this is beautiful. Ooh,
Just
I just
pulling out
saw
the
something.
remnants from.
I just saw something release in the air there. So that's
Mhm.
beautiful. It's working. Just continue to take in those deep breaths. Just a deep inhalation right through the bottom of the base of that stomach. And hold it, bring up the air, hold it on a 5 count. Just hold it in. And deep release here. 5, 4, deeper. 3, deeper. 2, 1, relax. Relaxing in the spine. The spine is going to assist in pushing it out. Bring up that air again. One more deep inhalation right through the bottom of that belly. Open it up in the chest cavity. Open that cavity wide. And when you breathe out, bring back through the back of you and allow that breath to fall down the spinal column and recycle that energy. Spirit is giving this to you as a daily practice, something you'll do every day. Deep inhalation in, bringing up the air, opening up the chest cavity, holding on the 5 count, pushing the air back behind the heart cavity and releasing down the spinal column here. 5 deeper, 4 deeper, 3, 2, 1, pushing out the energy back to the front bottom of the belly from that spinal column and repeating this process. This is going to be how you start to integrate your new implant, the colon that we implanted here today spiritually. You're going to start
And
to
I'm feeling
integrate
I'm
it.
pulling out. I'm actually sorry, Tahira. I'm actually seeing like a pulling out of like umbilical cord after umbilical cord after umbilical cord and being removed right now from this.
Okay.
It was inside of her colon, all of these umbilical cords, like endless amount feels like, and I'm just pulling it out. So this must be the whole like lineage,
Yeah, it's a lineage.
cleansing all of the umbilical cords.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll assist in this. Mureki. Mureki bureki nakireki. Makireke bukireke nireke na. Nareke hekereke nikireke bakireke nireke. Nireke bukireke nikireke nishereke nakireke bakireke. Bakireke nikireke bakireke. Bureke naki. Nakireke kakireke. Mareke nikireke baki sherekereke. Mukireke nakireke. Bareke. Bareke nireke bakireke. Bareke nikere bashkireke. Bareke nikireke lereke. Mushkireke bakireke de direke bakireke. Ni kereke, mu kereke, ni kereke, bakireke, ni shereke, ni shereke, mu kereke, ni kereke, bureke, na kireke, mu kereke, ni kereke, mireke, bakireke, shareke, mireke, bakin kereke, kareke, bukereke, nireke, bakireke, ni kereke, bakireke, nireke, bakireke, nireke, bakiheshereke, makireke, ni kereke, nireke, markereke, ni takireke, mureke, nareke, bukereke, Nikireke, makireke, mureke na kikereke, nakereke, mureke, bureke ne kireke na kishereke, na kireke mureke na ki bureke, bureke pikireke direke dash mureke, makireke, mureke bakireke, nireke.
Okay, your divine feminine, this aspect of your soul, she's so grateful. Your divine feminine is being reintegrated. She is showing herself all in white. She is a princess. She has something sitting on her head, some sort of a crown piece. She's all in white. She's all in white. It's almost like your wedding day. It's almost like she's coming. She left. She Not that she left you on your wedding day, but something to do with your wedding day.
Yeah, the
mm-hmm,
day that happened to her, she left. The day that her
mm-hmm,
husband, her ex, beat her on the wedding
mm-hmm,
day, she left.
mm-hmm. She left and she's returning and she's in her wedding dress, untarnished. She is sparkling. I feel her essence again. She's just so, she said it's been so long. It's been so long she's been away. It's like a combination of sadness and she's healing your
She's
regrets.
the reason why the third eye, she's bringing back symmetry to this third eye. This is why you felt the need to start wearing it. She's back. I saw the two eyes come together. Nice long eyelashes, one eye, very centered here. Also too, there was some sort of ancestral in that last language. There was some sort of ancestral removing when you're removing those cords, Kiahe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There are some people in the lineage who did not want to let this go. So this was almost like, and this could probably be your divine feminine aspect that came back in, but it was authoritative oversoul of you, but it was feminine and was basically saying, this is very interesting because I feel like your lineage is binded as one. I don't know if this is supposed to be, could this be another, I don't know. I'm going to work my way through that. But what I'm getting is that your lineage makes decisions as one. Even if there's millions of people, it's like everyone has a input and they have chiefs. I really feel that as I was sitting here, your oversoul or the feminine aspect of your soul was basically giving orders and saying, you guys were not good stewards, of our collective soul body that we share together. Okay, it's a collective soul body you all share. That you remove them, and now you're in charge now. No one else is in charge. You now have been given all the power to rule your lineage, and all of the other people and past ancestors who started this rift between your collective soul body. They have been removed from their seat of power. And now they are, just like any other person in the lineage, they can't make decisions. They're still in the lineage, but they cannot make any decisions because the last time they made decisions, something like this happened. And it really just came to a head in this very important year of the 8, which is truth. So now you are in control of your lineage. So now you hold all of, you can rewrite any code that you want. Your
And my
ancestors
heart
didn't
just skipped
gift
a
you with that.
beat. Mm-hmm. Your divine feminine energy is back online. She's fully integrated. She's healing your heart. She's removed the strongholds around your chest. She's healing your colon. It was the absence of your feminine. She needed to be reintegrated. And she is.
Yeah.
I feel her in your belly now. She's there healing all sorts of things in your belly, your intestines, your large intestines, your small intestines, your pancreas, your colon. There is an energetic colon that's been reinstalled today. She's making it a crystalline body.
Yeah. Also, too, this backed up energetic stool was causing lots of blockages, calcifying the third eye, and also too growing as well in consciousness. It was causing blockages in that way. I did see a very beautiful triangle in my mind's eye. So you may even start to have more epiphanies. You may start to get like more spiritual insight. It was all to block. It was all whatever, you know, these two sisters I'm getting that did this, that had this strife. Yeah, all that anger and pain and all of the things they were doing against each other festered in the lower
You know,
part of the abdomen.
you're mentioning like the anger and pain. Obviously my daughter, she obviously, you know, where she's vomiting or she's feeling this nausea as well. And so when you're mentioning anger and pain, she has a lot of anger within her, but it's only towards me, not towards anybody else, not towards like my husband, not towards a sibling. And I'm wondering if that is tied in with the stomach thing.
It is. It's all tied in. All
She's
of it.
connected to your chakra as well. She's connected to your chakra, your heart chakra. Yeah. So she's so like your, sorry to hear, your pain body kind of manifested in her.
Yeah.
And I'm even wondering if your feminine aspect of yourself, only because this happened in another session where you know, one partner was, you know, kind of holding the body of the inner child of the other partner. So perhaps your daughter is holding your divine feminine aspect of your soul for healing because you aren't able to heal it. I know you're doing a lot of healing, and I feel that you are very spiritual. You are healing the feminine, healing your divine feminine, and integrating this is the only way to truly heal. And so I just feel like it's been separate from you, and perhaps your daughter has been holding space, and maybe her energy body, you know, her own divine feminine is upset about this or something like this. I can read deeper into it, but that's just kind of what I'm picking up right now. Are you feeling anything like that, Tahira?
It's all connected. It's like
It's
what
all
you said.
connected.
It's you
Yeah,
guys are it's interesting. Your lineage in some way operate as one. You know, and you often see like, you know, certain cultures, and we often, you know, people who grew up in the West, they often won't understand why certain cultures are so close. But, you know, what I'm really starting to see, especially through your session, is that your lineage operates as one. You know how ants operate as one?
yeah.
This is the energy, and this is I guess this will help people understand certain cultures a little bit more. It's a soul, it's different from a soul tie, which we often think is something negative. This is almost like a soul archetype, like a cluster of, okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. This is beautiful. So what Spirit is saying, that a lot of cultures that are really close, but in particularly your culture, all of these souls have gone through a period of refinement. Therefore, you guys share a very similar kind of soul expression, clustering you up, creating a lineage here on earth. But really, it's all spiritual. You guys are souls that are a little bit more enlightened, a little bit more experienced, older souls, but more particular souls that share the same energetic frequency. This is why it's coming through as like one collective soul, is because you guys are cluster, soul cluster. We're actually birthing that right now in this powerful year. We are coming, me and Kiahe are part of a soul cluster. We are separate people, but we are me and Kiahe are the same person. We we just are, and this is how we have the telepathy. This is what I'm getting with your lineage, right? And this is the first time I'm ever hearing that, but it's coming through very clearly. So it doesn't surprise me that your daughter's trying to spit this up. She's trying to spit it up. You guys are sharing the same chakra system. She's trying to, you guys are one, technically. So she is reacting from your energy body. So that's
and when I
what's going on with that.
integrated, when I did the soul integration, I literally almost gagged on camera. I had to use all of my strength to hold back this feeling of like throwing up. So I believe this is what removed. I believe she's going to begin to heal now, your daughter. I believe this feeling of, you know, this gagging, this throwing up is going to end, because we integrated your soul. It's no longer being held by her. If it was, I'm really feeling like it probably was that issue. So yeah, you're definitely connected.
Perfect. Yeah. So we have a session that's about to start in a few moments, but I do want to take some time. Just, did you have any other questions that you'd like to ask?
No, not really. Just, yeah, it's just so interesting how with the clusters, how obviously all the souls have already had a contract to agree to come together, which is
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To heal, right? We're all
heal.
here to ascend, and we can only ascend by healing all aspects of our soul, which is going to heal our lineage, and then integrating this healing, this point of, I'm hearing point of contact, this point of contact, you know, bringing all aspects of your soul to ascend. You cannot ascend leaving behind an aspect of your soul that's been unhealed. We have to heal. This is where it all begins, is the healing. Then integration. Through the integration, you heal others and you ascend together. And that's kind of the work.
Yeah, it's very beautiful work. And you know, just to a little bit of background about how me and Kiahe met, she had a quantum healing session with me, and this was done under hypnosis. So we were there for like 5 hours, right? And so just in this, it's weird because I actually channeled a lot of the things that were going on, that were going to happen in her session before she even had it. And then also too, during the experience, you know, we found out, well, she was in the 12th dimension, and she started to explain of how we are sisters of the 12th dimension. So like very detailed, like this was 5 hours. So very detailed about where we come from, our mission. She was actually an energy source that went to save like Atlantis, right? And I was an energy source that powered the inner earth beings, right? Through another future life progression that I've done. So really, in how I'm tying all this in is because we share like this 12th dimensional frequency. Technically, we are one, you know. But what happens when the biggest person you ever fight with is yourself? Think about it. Is like Kiahe gets on my last nerve sometimes, and I get on her last nerve. But we're one. But she challenges me. She brings the other aspect of some things that I need to still heal and work through. And I think I do the same thing for her. So this is what I'm saying. It's not like anything necessarily bad. It's just how this soul clusters work. You're only
But how would I like say for instance with my daughter, she's battling constantly against me, and I get it, part obviously she's a teenager, but some of the things it's just I can see the anger, like she's so angry. And she's rejecting all the spiritual stuff. She doesn't want to know. She, you know, basically it's because that's what I do. So anything I do, she wants to do the opposite to me.
She's
But how can
spiritual.
I,
She's
you know, like you're
spiritual.
saying that if one of you
Mhm.
obviously heal it, then the other person would heal it.
Yep.
But I'm not able to
It-
do that with her because she's not prepared. Obviously, she wouldn't do that. So would I heal that
you
as a result of that?
abs absolutely. You don't even need to discuss any of this with her. You doing this work on yourself is
Yep.
directly going to heal
Yeah.
her. You
Yep.
don't even need to say anything, explain anything. You
Yeah.
don't even need to have her agree with you or believe in you or any of that. And it's all going to be
Yeah.
healed and rectify. I was hearing rectify, rectify before you joined us today. I just kept hearing that. And I started seeing all of my skin looking green because I'm already transmuting your energy, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I know for a fact today we did a lot of healing that's going to directly affect your daughter. She's going to stop throwing up. She's going to begin to it's a process,
Is
right?
there
So
anything
trust the
I need to
process.
do going forward, like to heal parts of the relationship with her?
Trust in your own healing first. Trust
Yeah.
Trust that
Okay.
your healing, your attention on integrating your divine feminine back in. She left. She bounced. When he started beating on you, she bounced. Okay, so I'm sorry to use this language. This is her. She's coming in this left ear. She's like, I bounce. I'm out. I am out. Like I am not going to accept this behavior. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Now she's integrated back. I want you to feel for her. Focus on your relationship with your divine feminine energy. This is going to heal your daughter. And your daughter is going to be so relieved that you're not focused on her. You're not reacting to her. You're not offering any emotion to her as far as negative or anything. Just give her space. Just allow this process to heal. That's it. And she's going to start coming back to you. But it's because you're focusing on your own healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, have faith
Yep.
and trust right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very
I
welcome.
really
Thank
appreciate it.
you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank
Yeah.
you. And